Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Surly Three Floyds Real Ale Blakkr Imperial Black Ale. Oh yes. It is so magical in a mystical hellfire Minnesota way. So this Midwestern evil beer is brewed in Brooklyn Center in Minnesota. It's called. They said that they could never create a beer so intense like this without a collaboration with Three Floyds and Real Ale. I really doubt that. I'm pretty sure you could create anything you wanted if you did it, but people like to do the collaborations for various reasons. So it's yeah, a trinity of Real Ale, Surly, and Three Floyds. So this is, but it's and it was sent to me by Dan of Minnesota, and I appreciate it. But this kind of marketing's got three heads, a skull, I guess the devil and Bamafit, and a dragon. It's the politically correct evil in your little thelemic OTO you know what I'm talking about. Magic. And this is common in the beer world, the politically correct evil or edginess. Like companies will say, we're very edgy. You're not really edgy because your evil is done within a certain parameter, right? So that you can be safe. I'm not going to go ranting on about that. I'm just saying, you probably know what I'm talking about. Lagunitas can put hammer and sickles on their beer labels, and that's edgy and pushing the envelope. But I can think of some other symbols that would really push the envelope, but they wouldn't do it because they're not edgy. It's all a game, and it's a joke, frankly. 9.99% alcohol. I guess that's supposed to be, if you want to be, I guess if you're going to be insipid, you can go all the way with it. I mean, you can flip it upside down and it's 666. 2 Ks. Hey, go all the way and put 3 Ks. Let's, I'm just suggesting if Surly wants to really be surly and hardcore, let's have, I don't know, I'm just off the top of my head, like, you could have a White Camellia series or In Hoc Signo Ventus or whatever. But anyway, they use pale Carafa special oats sugar. This uses adjunct flavoring. Brewers crystals. The hops are, and that's the malts. The hops are Simcoe and El Dorado. Gets an outstanding score on Beer Advocate, so they're saying A+. Beer Advocate, Rate Beer is saying 99 out of 100 and a 99 out of 100 for the style. So frankly, folks, this beer has his father's eyes, and it's one of the most highly rated beers on the planet. Okay. It's brown, with the sun shining at it here at 8:15 a.m. And it's black. It's blacker than some other dark beers. But it ain't blacker than black. Okay, it's not that black. That was not that hard of a foul. Okay, and I'm personally not a fan of dark IPAs. I like dark beers. I like India Pale Ales. I'm not a big fan of dark IPAs, but I'm sure they're not too worried about that. They're going to make the beer if people like it and buy it. That's what counts. It's fruity. It's fruity. I don't mean it's like Monroe on Too Close for Comfort fruity. It's fruity like mangoes or something, but not mangoes, but not pineapple, but not grapefruit, but somewhere in that type of area. Not really getting bread, just like a fruitiness or almost like steel. Steel. I don't know. Or foil, or I don't know. It's really, I'm not trying to be surly or gauche. I'm just trying to describe the beer. All right, enough of this. The taste. Dan, I'm going to go through all of those beers, and I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy them all. It's been good so far. The only one that really, I don't know, some of those, the August Shell, Deer Brand, the more I drank it, it was kind of, and then the Grain Belt Premium, the Nordies, that declined as I drank on it. I hate to say that. Now the rest, they either held their own or they improved a bit. It's bready. It's brown bread crust. So if you like dark bread and bread crust and bitterness, but they don't have the IBU on their website. I don't think it's that bitter. It is not that bitter. It's bitter, but it's not that bitter. So if a person is like opposed to bitterness, this might be one to try. It's just right. It's Reich malty. What am I saying? It's very dark malts. I know the 10% is not shining through so much. In fact, I would never dream this beer was 10% alcohol. So that's usually a good sign, you know, when you're drinking something that's extremely boozy, but you don't pick up the booze. It's dangerous. But it, you know, for inebriation issues, but it's people are like, I can't hear you. You're in Dubrovnik. The mouthfeel is medium. It's really smooth. There's almost like a pureed oats type thing. That isn't correct, but it's got that, and that doesn't mean it's heavy. It's just, if you're drinking it with me, I think you would say, yeah, it has that a little bit. And then the citric thing, which is probably coming obviously from I think the hops. Well, maybe the bitterness is kicking in a little bit, but it's just not that bitter. I mean, it's evil. I'm terrified drinking it. I mean, I feel like I want to go steal one of Hutch's gloves, but the finish is on the dry side. It's not particularly sweet beer. It's not particularly alcoholic. It's flavorful though. It's bold, and I always say I like bold, flavorful beers. It is a high quality beer. I would give it an A, most excellent. I'm not going into outstanding because maybe my rating is being colored by the fact that I don't actually like the style. And so you're saying, well, objectively, do you enjoy this beer? I mean, subjectively, do you enjoy this beer? No, I do not. I would never actually buy it, and I would never want to drink it again. I never have like a envie to drink a black IPA. They just don't taste good to me. But objectively, it is well made, and it's enjoyable, and it's a quality product. So, mailman comes early here. Actually, it's a little late. He usually comes around 7:20 a.m. So if you like a beer that kind of like is tiptoeing, dancing, you know, kind of like hopping up and down on your tongue, and has a roundness, fullness of flavor around your mouth. It's kind of like spinning around your mouth, like going in a circle, like Grateful Dead music. You know, I always say the Grateful Dead, their music goes in a circle. But I think you would like it. So No, I don't like the style, and no, I don't particularly like the beer because of it being in the style, but it is really good. I mean, it's well made. So I would think that giving it lower than an A, most excellent, would be unfair. Now the Surly Bender, the coffee one, oh yeah, that was really, but that's more like my style, right? So beautiful head. It's okay. I don't think anybody would ever say most excellent is a bad score. That would be ridiculous. So another winner from Minnesota. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans. There's a lot of evil in New Orleans.